Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Tasia made it. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. If you're new here and you like the video and you watch it to the end, don't forget to subscribe. As you can see with the title, it is about how I started a business and failed. Going into business is always a long and hard road. Most new businesses do not last. You got to learn from your mistakes. You got to fail a couple times in order to get the hang of things. Right after college, I started my fashion business. Well, I actually started it during school. So the name of my business was Affair Clothing. The reason why I named it that is because I wanted to design sexy club wear, or not even club wear, sexy event wear. You can wear it for your birthday, you can wear it for a dinner, whatever event. So I really just looked up the word event or party, and I saw the word affair there. So I did it as Affair Clothing. I had so many different ideas with it. I thought I can do like an all white affair, which is basically a line of all white clothes. All black affair, of course, all black clothes. Private affair, something that you can wear for your man. Something sexy for your man. Grown and sexy affair, if you're going to a real grown and sexy party, you want to look real sexy. So I definitely had a whole lot of ideas. I had a whole lot of dreams. So I could probably still do that today. I still own the name. So yeah, that's the idea that I had on my business. I started selling on my own website. It was affairclothing.com. I started selling on eBay. Of course, on Instagram. I used to buy shoes wholesale, and this was when the spikes was real big. I would put the spikes on the back and sell those. I also sold harnesses. So throughout the video, I'll definitely make sure to put different pictures up so you can have an idea of what was going on, see what I used to design and see what I used to wear. I feel like everything was going well for the most part. I was getting orders. I was getting orders in. Of course, I was getting requests for dresses. I used to be in the clubs a lot, so of course I knew girls and they wanted dresses. I knew girls that were influencers, and around the time when this was going on, this probably was going on about 2010. So I'm gonna say 2009, 2010. So around that time, influencers, girls, just regular girls, I don't want to say regular girls, they was fine, but they had like 100,000 followers. All you had to have was 100,000 followers, and you was getting booked in the clubs. You was getting some good checks. I even knew girls that were getting booked in the club, and they only had 30,000 followers. So this was really around that time where the social media girls were getting money in the club. They were getting money. So Instagram was big for me. I built my Instagram up. I think I had it probably about almost 30,000 followers, and that was a big deal for me. It was. And then of course the girls that I knew, I used to take pictures in my own outfits on my Instagram, and of course I was able to sell them that way. This is where everything starts to get a little tricky, okay? So we're gonna start with number one. The first reason why I went out of business. And I'm sure that that's a given. It could be a lot of different people that feel the same way, but pricing. Yes, pricing. If you do not pay attention to what goes into making the look, it could be fabric, it could be thread, it could be elastic, zippers, buttons, loops, all of those, especially time. Okay, so if you're not putting in, or you're not basically accounting for what you're doing and your time, sometimes it could be a waste of time and it could be a waste of money. So my idea was thinking that, oh, you know, I just want to have a good price point. I just want to have a good price point. I want them to start buying from me. I want them to know who I am. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. I will say this: if you want to start off as more inexpensive, you need to make things that are more inexpensive. You need to make things that are not time consuming, because it will take up all of your time. It definitely will. Another thing I will say, if you want to be a high-end brand, start off with high-end prices. Don't start selling things for $40, $50 and you know that you want to be a high-end brand and you're selling things for $200, $300. If you want to be a high-end brand, start with high-end prices. It's definitely easy to come down in prices. It is really, really hard to go up in prices. If they start purchasing from you from a small dollar amount, they're going to want to stick with that because that's what they know. What I used to do, well, for a marketing scheme, I had to have went crazy. I thought that, oh, I can get a whole lot of customers in if I started off with a really low price point. So I used to sell custom dresses, get this, for $150. No, I did not stutter. I used to sell custom dresses for $150. It was a flat rate. Whatever you wanted to do, you get the fabric and I'll sew it up. I lost my entire mind. My entire mind. You know, these girls will come through with all kind of things that they want. A flat rate, no. So never do it. Don't sell yourself short. I really was getting a whole lot of orders, but I also was getting no sleep. Because I'm over here trying to do God's work with these dresses and these bodies. And I'm getting $150 for it. No. Never do it again. If you're doing custom gowns, never do a flat rate and never do a low rate. It's always going to take a lot of time. If anybody says to you, oh, it's going to be real quick, they're lying. Not and so on. It ain't never real quick. Okay? So never a flat rate when you're doing custom work. Anything custom, this price will be different from this price because who knows what they're getting. This could be ruffles and things like that, and this could just be just a plain dress. So no flat rates, no lowballing yourself, and definitely take account in everything that goes into that piece, even your time, especially your time. The second reason that I failed in business, sizing. Let me explain. You probably don't hear this that often in different videos about how they failed out of business. When you first start off, you really have to sew it yourself. I mean, unless you're buying wholesale and you're doing things like that. But if you're a fashion designer, you're a seamstress, and you're starting off with your own fashion line and you don't have any money, you're going to have to sew it yourself. What I have seen and what I'm still seeing till this day is you will sew something up, or a designer will sew something up, put it on their social media, and then say, hey, send me your measurements or inquire about this piece. And then they'll ask for measurements. No, don't do it. No. When I tell you that is so time consuming, it is so time consuming because everybody isn't the same thing. You're not supposed to make something for everybody. Your customer is not going to be everyone. It's not. Your customer is your customer. Okay? My 36-inch bust ain't the same as her 36-inch bust. I got a big back. So it's not gonna work. Just don't do it. What you should do is create a sizing chart. So whenever you go to sell something, you create a piece, you create a dress, a look, whatever. Take a picture of it. You create different sizes. You got a small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. You create a pattern for each size. When they want to purchase that look, they're gonna press a button on your website, small, medium, large. That's what they're gonna do. You're not gonna get any measurements. You're not gonna be talking to customers nonstop. They got options, whatever size that you have on that website. They click to purchase. You cut it out in the pattern that you have and you ship it off. That's how that works. If it doesn't fit, it's not your customer. It's just not your customer. It is what it is. Some businesses, I might wear a double XL. Some I might wear XL and some I might wear a large. It just depends on what company that is and their sizing chart. Create your own sizing chart. Third reason why I failed in business is negotiating. No negotiating. Once you figure out, the first reason why I failed was pricing. Once you figure out a good price, that it makes sense with you making a profit on the product and also it making sense with your time. Once you create a good price, that is the price. That's the price. There is no negotiating. They don't reach out to these companies before they buy something online and say, hey, you think I can get a little discount from that? They don't do it. They don't go into these high-end stores and say, hey, you think I can get a little discount? They don't do it. So with you, do not negotiate. The price is the price. Number 4, not saying no. And it's to several things. It could be not saying no to that discount. It could be not saying no to a look. It could be not saying no, maybe you're busy at the time. It could be so many different things. So when you first start out, you're going to think, oh, you want everybody as your customer. Come on, come on. I'm inviting you. You want everyone. And you'll take everybody as your customer even when you shouldn't take them as your customer. When you're supposed to say no, it could be one of these 3 reasons. And someone could be asking you to do something that you don't know how to do. Someone could be asking you to do something that you don't want to do. And someone could be asking you to do something that you shouldn't do. All 3 different scenarios. All 3 different. We can start with something that you shouldn't do. Not everybody got good taste, baby. So they come to you with an idea looking crazy as hell. You should not do that project. Don't do it. I don't care how much you want your name out. This is your brand and you're starting out and it needs to be the right way. Whenever that person goes to tag you on social media or wherever they're tagging you or whatever they're showing to their friends and family, letting them know, oh, this is who did this, they're not going to think that the person that they're showing it to is not going to think, oh, they designed it and you just sewed it up. You was just the seamstress on their project. No, they're going to think you did that. You did that mess. Looking crazy and tacky online. You shouldn't do it. Stick with what your brand is. You know, if you want to give out these type of looks, give them out. Don't take every client. Like I said, every customer is not your customer. I made that mistake so many times. I was on Instagram looking crazy with different dresses that I was making. Because why did I even do that? Like, why I even do that? Taking on a project that you don't want to do, it could deal with time. Don't overload yourself. It's already stressful as it is. If you don't want to do it, or if you feel like that customer can be a hard customer to work with, don't put yourself in a situation to be in a bad situation. I guess the last part about that is doing something that you don't know how to do. Not everybody will agree with this. I'm only going from my personal experience of what I did and how I failed. And I personally would not suggest that you take on a project that you don't know how to do. I wouldn't suggest it. I've done that plenty of times and I've lost a lot of sleep just trying to make something work because I didn't know how to do it. I had to do research. I'm asking the people at the store. Like, it was a lot. And you already have a lot of pressure on you for getting this look ready or this look right for this person and their event. Don't do more than you have to do. What I would suggest that you maybe put it off. Say, oh, you know, I can't do this now. And then maybe practice it later on. Practice the technique, figure out how it works, like perfect it. I just don't suggest to be putting out things that you're just half about, you know. I just don't suggest it, but you do what you want to do. I'm only speaking from experience. You're not always going to have great experiences. There are times where I took on projects that I did not know how to do and it didn't turn out well. It didn't turn out well. So I would suggest to practice things, conquer them, perfect them before you add it into the list of things that you're willing to offer. The 5th reason why I failed in business, I didn't have my thing. I didn't have my thing. What I mean by that is I was just doing whatever was in at the time, those little see-through dresses or skirts, whatever was in at the time is what I was doing. It didn't matter if I was good at it, if I wasn't good at it. I was taking whatever customers that were coming to me and doing whatever came my way. If you think about it, it could be high-end brands or just people, designers that we know now. They're known for something. It could be something as simple as Gap. Gap, for me, I know that they're known for more their color scheme and their clean look. I know that that's what Gap is known for. I'm sure there's other things. Like for some reason, when I think of Gap, I think of like khakis and stuff. I don't know, but they're more so known for their color scheme, things like that. High-end Chanel is known for class. We can even, let's say people that are designers now, right? We can say Shane Justin, a designer. When I think of Shane Justin, I'm thinking more party wear, extra sexy, scandalous. There's a girl, R. Mills. I'll follow her Instagram. Has been following her for years. She does great work. She's known for a gown, lace, beading, mermaid dress. She's known for that silhouette. I can say Brittany DeShields. She's done different dresses and she's done prom and things like that. I'm just naming people off the top of my head. She's done prom and things. But now when I think of her, I think of bubble coats. I cannot look at a bubble coat or a puffer jacket or whatever you call it. Wherever you're from, what do y'all call bubble coats? Well, let me know in the comment below. But she's known for bubble coats now. I just know every winter coming, I'm sure she's gonna come out with some new bomb bubble coats. And she could probably gonna sell them like hotcakes. I think it's just, once you get known for something and you can master something, whoo, you better take it and run with it. They ain't never gonna get tired of it. You just have to have your thing. And you really have to find it. Like, you know, search for it. Try things out. Try to perfect things. Like what works well for you. Once you find your thing and you kill it, pictures, all of that, like it'll come to life. Like I did not have a thing. The last one, big, the sixth reason of why I failed, money. It was money. You know, I had this idea where, oh, I can quit my job. Oh, I'm gonna follow my dreams and I'm gonna make so much money. No. It take money to make money, baby. If it was up to me, I'd keep a job while I'm building my business. Get a job, get a side hustle, get something, because it's gonna cost you some money, honey. So to sum it up, the reason why I went out of business, it really comes down to I priced horribly. I was trying to make something for everyone with my sizing. When I finally tried to raise my price, I ended up negotiating. I wouldn't say no. I was just sewing whatever for whoever. Fifth reason, I did not find my thing. And the sixth reason is because I kept running out of money. And so those are the 6 reasons. I'm over here about to throw up all kind of different signs. Those are the 6 reasons of why I went out of business. So I hope you all can learn from all the mistakes that I have made. You know, what's the saying? If you knew better, you do better. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because that built me up. With everything that I learned in my 20s, when I started and then eventually went out of business, it helped me for when I was able to purchase my first business. Thank you for making it to the end. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate the support. I'm working towards my 1,000 subscriber mark, so I definitely appreciate it. And you can either stick around or click to the next video when I tell you about how I was able to buy my first business.